Hello everyone, you are welcome once again. With me today in this video is WASSCE 2025 Technical Drawing Past Question Paper 2, the essay type. I will be making doing the solution to this particular question 4. Question 4 here says figure 4 shows a polygon with side FG equals to FK equals to 40, GH equals to HJ equals to 60, and KJ equals to 80. So this is the polygon. It is an irregular polygon, and we are told here question 1 says draw Roman figure 1 the full size of the polygon. So we are to draw the full size of this polygon using the dimension or the value for the side given here above. Then question 2 says a square. We should draw a square equal in area to the polygon. Then when we are done with that, we move to B. Measure and state the length of the diagonal of the square. After we've drawn the square that is equal in area to this polygon, irregular polygon, pentagon, then we are to find the diagonal, measure out the diagonal of the square. So the first question we have here to tackle with is to draw the full size of the polygon. So I'm quickly going to make this now before I move to other questions. So the first thing I'm going to do here, draw this line as our baseline. Okay, we have pick a point, okay, to which will serve as our point F. So this is point F. Okay, and we are told that FG is equals to FK, which is 40, as we can see it here. So I will take 40. So this is 40. So that will be my point G. So that is point G. So what do we do now? So we are going to be drawing okay, this line GH, okay, and we are told that this line is at an angle of 120 degree. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, okay, I'm going to be constructing angle 120 here. You can either do that with your protractor, just put your protractor and take 120 degree going this way, or quickly you construct it. Okay, you can also construct it, okay, by doing it this way. Okay, draw this arc, okay, with the same compass length. I'm going to place at this point where this semicircle intersect this baseline. Okay, so I'm going to needle on this point now. Okay, you have this. Okay, so you can see that point, this point now, this point. So I will erect a line from this G passing through this point. So I will extend the line out. Okay, so I'll go this way, so such that if I bring my protractor and I put it there, it's going to be 120 degree. So when you put it like this, make sure it is in line. Okay, it is at the 0 mark this way. Okay, so you can see this way. If you read this way, you see this now giving us 120. So this angle here is 120. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now, all right, so we are given this length GH is equals to HJ. Okay, but before I put in this length, okay, let me do this angle as well. So let me just use my protractor to take this angle. We are told that this angle is 150. So just put your protractor this way as well. Make sure it's at the 0 point this way. Okay, it's at the 0 point this way. Okay, so I'm going to take 150. Okay, so we have from this part here. So I will read this way: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. 150, okay, such that the angle here will be 30 degree. Okay, that is the meaning. So from this F now, I'm going to draw this line, okay, thin line this way. Okay, I hope you can see that, such that this angle here is 30, while this angle here is 150, and the sum of angle on at a point, on a straight line is 180 degrees. So we have this as 150, the remaining is 30. All right, now so let's put in my values. Now we are told that FK is 40, and that FK is also equals to this base FG, so that will be 40. So I'm going to put in 40 now. So from here, so 40, this is 40. All right, so that point there will be my K. This will be point K that way. All right, so the next thing we have here, let me take this GH. Now this GH is equals to HJ, and that is what, 60. So 60, come this way, measure 60 from this side of the rule, take 60. So this is 60, so that will be point H. All right, now so the next thing we are told here is that this HJ is also equals to this GH, and it has to be 60. So how do I get that? All right, so don't just fix your ruler, because you don't know the particular angle that is going to be in. So all I just need to do, take 60 with my compass. Now is compass that will help us do the work now. So just pick this 60. All right, needle on this point H. All right, just draw an arc. Just draw an arc this way. Okay, you can see that arc. Okay, just draw an arc. Then we are going to be getting a point here to intersect this arc that we have drawn. So let's look at KJ. What is KJ? KJ is 80. KJ is 80. So like I said, don't just put your ruler to measure the 80. Come this way, measure KJ with your compass, and the length we are told is 80. Okay, I'm trying to check the length. So it's 80. So this is 80. This is 80. Then needle on K. Needle on point K. Now draw this in. Okay, take note where it intersects. Okay, where both arcs intersect. So that will be my point J. That will be point J. So all I need to do now, just connect J to H this way, then connect K to J this way. All right, so we have our irregular pentagon now. So I will just stick it out. Let me highlight it now. When you are highlighting, use your 2B pencil, okay, to highlight. So here is what we have as the given view. So we have drawn the full size of the polygon. So you are going to get your mark, your full marks for this Roman figure 1. So we proceed to the second one now, Roman figure 2. We are told to make a square, okay, equal in area to this polygon. We are to make a square out of this irregular polygon. So how do we do this? Now let me tell us, it is practically impossible to just convert this polygon, the irregular pentagon, to a square. So there are some things or processes that you have to follow. Now this irregular polygon, first of all, we have to take it to a triangle. So we can say that from pentagon we take it toward a rectangle, a triangle, a triangle. Okay, from triangle we take it to a rectangle. Okay, Then from this rectangle we proceed to a square. So this is the process that is involved. So we have to convert this pentagon to triangle first. From triangle we have rectangle, then from rectangle we can now get our square before we can talk about measuring the and state the diagonal of the square. So let's quickly do that now without wasting time. So if you see a question like this, all right, what you are going to do now is that from the top of the pentagon to the base of the pentagon, whether irregular or irregular. So from this top now, draw a line, a thin line to the 2 point at the base there. Okay, like this. I've made a drawing that is similar to this. I think this question also came out the year before. I think this is 2025. This question also came out in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, in one of the technical drawing, whether WAEC or GC. Okay, we have a question like this, but the regular polygon is different from this particular one. So you can take a look at my playlist on equal area of similar figure. You will see a question that is similar to this. All right, now so we draw this like I said. Now the next thing you are going to do now, you can see this line you have drawn. You are going to transfer this line to this particular point. You transfer it there. So how do you do this? It's very simple. Okay, from this side you transfer this line to this h, then you transfer this line to this k. So what you do now is that you place your set square this way. Okay, let it be in alignment with the line. Okay, then what you do now, you slide your set square this way, your ruler behind it. Okay, don't forget that. So when you get to point h, just like we have it here, produce this line down this way. All right, so you have this line down this way, so we can say this is fg. Okay, so we'll come back to that. We'll call this, then from this point now, okay, then transfer this like I've said. I want to transfer this line, transfer it to this part. Okay, so I have it. Yes, so let me drop it further this way. So we can call this L. Okay, let's say this side is our L. Okay, while this side is our M. Okay, where it touches this part. All right, now so the next thing I'm going to do now, to have my triangle out of this now, from position M and position L, I'm going to be drawing a line. It's going to be a thick line. Okay, a thick line. Take your 2B pencil. Okay, then you are going to draw from this part this way. Then you draw this from M. Okay, so you have this. Then do not take this side out. Okay, this is just what you have. Okay, then you draw the base, highlight the base this way. Okay, so here now we have a triangle that is equal in area to the pentagon. So we can say that pentagon F G H J K, F G H J K, okay, will be equal, is equal to triangle MLJ, so triangle MLJ this way. All right, so this triangle here MLJ. and J. So we are done with that now. So the next thing we are going to do now is this triangle. We are going to be converting this triangle to a rectangle, and to do that is very simple. So all I just need to do is come this way, place your set square this way to the apex of the triangle, draw a perpendicular. Okay, draw a perpendicular this way, down that way. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be bisecting the perpendicular. So I'll bisect this perpendicular. Okay, I'll bisect this perpendicular. Let's call this part now, let's say this side is O. Okay, so I'll bisect JO. So needle on this point, stretch your compass, okay, to any length of your choice. Okay, stretch it to any length of your choice. Strike an arc like this. Okay, let your eyes be on the arc. Okay, come to J, strike an intersecting arc this way. All right, intersecting arc. Now take note where the arcs intersect, that is at this point and at this point. Now, so I'm going to be drawing a line. I will draw a line. Okay, joining the two points together this way. I hope you can see this clearly. Okay, joining the 2 points together now. Okay, now from this, now I'm going to, from this point L and this point M, I will erect a perpendicular. I will erect a perpendicular. So come this way, still using this baseline. Okay, so I will come this way. All right, so I will produce this line up, then come to this other side at M. So erect a vertical line up. Now take note. So we can call this point of intersection this LM N, then you can call this side, or you can actually use any alphabet or letter of your choice. Okay, so I will just take out this, take this out, come this way, take this out. Okay, then take out this, take this out. All right, now so we have a triangle now, a rectangle. Okay, so which is also equal to, and is also equals to rectangle, that is pentagon FGHJK is equals to triangle MLJ, which is also equals to rectangle, which is equal to rectangle MLNO. MLNO, like we have it this way. So the final thing I'm going to be doing here now, since we have gotten our rectangle, don't forget the process. Okay, I said from the given pentagon we have our triangle, which we have gotten, then we have our rectangle. Now from this rectangle, it's more easier to convert this rectangle to a square. So what do we do? How do we convert rectangle to a square? The principle is very simple. So just come to this point here, L, needle on L, stretch to this N. Okay, so from here, produce a or an arc. Okay, produce an arc this way. Let the arc cut this line ML. Okay, so let's call this point now P. Okay, I'm using P as that point there now. So the next thing I'm going to do, I will bisect MP. I'm going to bisect MP now, so we know what it means to bisect. So we look for the midpoint. All right, so what I will do now, needle on this point M, stretch your compass, try to stretch the compass, especially if you are using this smaller compass. Okay, stretch it, let it oh sorry, oh I've gotten my paper torn. Wow, sorry for that. Okay, so let's stretch it this way, let's manage that. Okay, stretch it this way. All right, so we have this, we are going to produce this arc this way, produce this arc this way, do the arc up and down this way. Okay, up and down this way. All right, let your eyes be on that arc and the one you have at the base. So the same compass length, needle on point, this point P. You understand how we got this P. So strike an intersecting arc. Okay, you have this intersecting arc this way, and draw the other intersecting arc at above. Okay, so you can see this at the point. We have this point and this point here. Okay, those 2 points. So what will I do? I will take this point here now. I will take my ruler. Okay, join the points together. Okay, join the point together with a thin line. Okay, this way. All right, so we have that. All right, now take note of this point. Okay, where it cuts MP. Okay, that will be a center. That will be a center. So let me call this O1. Okay, let's call this O2 now. That is center O2. Okay, this is O1 and this is O2. So what am I doing now? I will needle on this point O2, stretch my compass to this M or N, which I will use to draw a semicircle, and it must touch M at the other side or P at the other side if you have actually bisected the line MP. So I'm going to come this way. I will needle on O2. Okay, O2, not G. Please do not make mistake where this line intersects the line MP, like I said. Okay, so needle on this O2 now. Okay, stretch your compass to this M, so you can see that it is touching at P here. Okay, so what do? I'm going to draw a semicircle. You are going to be having many arcs. Okay, that is one issue with this. So, and don't clean the arcs. Okay, do not clean up the arcs. So just take note of the arcs, the present arcs you are drawing. So you have this. All right, so you see this now. So I've been able to produce a semicircle. Okay, going this way. All right, now what do we do now? So you are going to stretch line LN or NL. Okay, you stretch it until it intersects with the semicircle. So I'll go this way, stretch the line up this way. You can see, so this point here is one side of the square, and if we have one side of the square, definitely we can have the other side, the remaining side, because one of the property of a square is that all sides should be equal. So now I have one side now, so let's give this M N O P Q. Let's say this is my Q. Okay, so how do I get the other square? Now listen to this. Okay, just come this way, needle on L, stretch to this Q, which is one side of the square. Now I can either make the square inside this part here, that is, I have the square drawn inside here, or I draw the square outside. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I can either draw it here or draw it at this side. I think in my previous video on something like this, I drew it inside. Now let me draw it out here now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, so with that same length, so mark at this point now. Okay, take note of that point now. Now the same compass length you put here. Okay, let's call this point now Q, LMNOP Q R. So let's call this point R. Needle on Q now. Okay, strike an arc this way, strike an arc this way. Then the same compass length, because all the side of the square has to be have to be equal. Then strike this. Okay, so you see the point of intersection R M N O P Q R S. Okay, so what do I do now? I'm going to draw this now. Okay, then join QS, join QS, then join this now. All right, so we have this now as my square. So we've gotten the pentagon, triangle, rectangle. Okay, then which is also going to be equals to square square, LRSQ, LRS and Q. Okay, so this is what we have here now as our square. Don't forget, we are not done with the question. We have the second B part of the question. The B part of the question states that we should measure and state the length of the diagonal of the square. So what that means now is that I'm going to be drawing the diagonal, any of the diagonal, either QR or LS. So I choose to draw this LS like this. Okay, all right, I have this. Okay, so we are told to measure the diagonal. Okay, I can also have this QR drawn if I wish. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is the diagonal which I'm going to measure out. I'll measure out the diagonal of the square. Okay, so I think with what I have here, I'll be having the diagonal as 100. This is 9 and then 10, 100. So we can just state here, okay, diagonal of square equals to, you can say plus or minus 100, okay, millimeter. Okay, so you can have 101 or 99, even not too far from this value. So this is what we have now concerning this question 4. I've been able to draw this square, convert the polygon to a square that is they are both equal in area. To my student writing technical drawing exam tomorrow, I wish you best of luck. All right, and also on the 18th and on the 19th. Okay, see you at the top. I wish you best of luck. Thank you very much for staying tuned. God bless you. All right, see you in my next video.